What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. This is not so much like a normal video where we're going to be playing a video game or anything like that. This is actually just an update video to kind of tell you guys how the channel is going to be changing as we go into the future. It's one of those things where I've been forced, so I went to PAX. Let's start out with a little story here. I went to PAX, and I was really happy about that trip. I actually got to meet a lot of YouTubers, and they were able to spit some, like, very real truth at me. You know, it's one of those strange things where you meet people from, like, the industry that you work in, and they start just, like, telling you how you can do, you know, your YouTubing stuff better, and they start looking at your channel and giving you advice and being like, well, you know, I think you could do this, I think you could do this. And it was a really good trip for me, because I was kind of on the edge. I was at the point, I don't know if you were watching Markiplier's channel the last week or so, but he was like, oh, I'm feeling lost, you know, and I could really identify with that, because I was kind of in the same place before I went to PAX East this year. I was just going through the daily motions every single day, cutting my LPs, like doing my thing, and not really, I'm not going to say not enjoying it, because I love my job. I know that I fell into a really awesome thing, and I'm super lucky to be here. But what I'll say is that I was kind of bored. Like, I was kind of ready for some change, you know what I mean? I was ready for something to mix up on the channel, and honestly, YouTube made that decision for me. And so, as of the last couple months, YouTube has made a couple of changes to the way their search algorithm... Oh, shit, I ran into a table. YouTube has made a couple of changes to the way that their search algorithms work. Things are a little bit different now on YouTube. Now, you'll know for the last 5 or 6 years, I've been doing like 3 to 4 videos a day. Well, the changes concern stuff like that. On YouTube right now, their algorithms don't like channels that do that anymore. And so, unfortunately, it's one of those things where YouTube is actively, I'm not going to say actively putting them to the torch, but I'll say that if you do like 5 videos a day and they don't do like X amount of views a day, YouTube will remove you from the recommended search rankings and everything else, and that can really hurt you, considering for a channel, most channels, including mine, the #1 source of people coming in to watch videos is through recommended. You know, on the side of the video right now, you're watching this one. On the right-hand side of the video, there will be a thing that says recommended for you. That's what I'm talking about, is it removes you from there, and that's where most YouTubers get most of their viewers from and most of their traffic from. And so anyways, being removed from that because you do more videos a day than other people and they don't do a certain threshold of views is a bad thing. That's like career ending. That's a thing that can kill you. And I've noticed lately that the channel has been a little bit unhealthy, and I just couldn't figure out why, because I'm not good at like statistical analysis. It's not something I'm good at. And so I went out when I was at PAX East. I went to the bar with a bunch of YouTubers, Blitz Kriegsler. I went out with C-Top. I went out with Zuljin. And we just started talking about the way YouTube functions and just doing what people in the same industry do, and kind of talking about, ooh, that was a rough challenge right there. Just sort of talking about the things that are affecting our industry and the things that we need to know about. And I was actually really surprised how kind and generous everybody there was with information, because you would assume, like with most entertainment industries, people are very secretive, like they don't want to give away their secrets or whatever for how they brew their success, but everybody was really kind and really generous and really willing to help. And so it was a productive trip for me, and you can't really pay for something like that. Like, you show up and you get to learn straight from a bunch of people who have figured it out a little bit better than you, and it worked out great. And so there are going to be some changes to the channel following the way that YouTube has chosen to function at this point. The first being, there will be 2 videos a day now. We're going to be scaling it back a little bit, doing less videos, but in order to make up for that, I don't think 2 videos a day I can do like full-length LPs anymore. It would just take me months to finish them, and I would just never get to cycle through any new content. And I've always wanted to be able to... Shit, I hit another table leg. The ultimate danger of the cat. I've always wanted to share indie games with as many people as possible, and some of you have heard that I've been talking about just kind of doing impressions, and how that's what I always wanted to do on the channel, is just kind of do all impressions all day, every day. Well, we're not going to be doing that. I will be doing short series from now on, though. And I only felt it was fair that I should let you guys know what's going on the channel, because you guys are the viewers, and you are the ones who are responsible for me being able to do this every single day. Without you guys, I sink. That's it. It's all over. And so you got to take care of people first that take care of you. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on. We're going to be scaling back videos. I'll be doing 2 a day. No doubt you've noticed that so far, and I've been rotating through content. In addition, at 2 videos a day, I don't feel confident, for example, like with our Dead State LP, the only reason I was able to do 150 episodes is because I did like 4 videos a day, and so I was still able to do other games at the same time as doing. With 2 videos a day, I don't think that's going to be possible anymore. And so in general, I'm going to be doing short series just to show off stuff that's coming out on Steam and get you guys all nice and interested, and then we'll rotate to the next title. Now, I am going to try and be a little bit more transparent with you, my audience. about telling you when a series is over so that you don't sit there waiting for the next video. I do address, and I do know that I'm really, really bad at that, and I apologize for that. That's one of those things that I've always meant to get better at and just never gotten around to it. And I do think that drop series tend to frustrate people. And so I'll try to give you from now on a concrete point where I'll be like, well, this is going to be the last video, but leave me lots of comments and I might reconsider, or something like that, you know what I mean? So that you at least have a rough idea that, okay, well, maybe I'll wait for the next thing to come out. These changes will be rolling out slowly over the course of the next couple weeks. But at the same time, some of the things like dropping down to 2 videos a day are happening right now. That's the 2 videos a day. In addition, you've probably noticed that I've been working a little bit harder on thumbnails. That's another part of my business that I've always wanted to be better at, and one of the things about it is that I prefer very clean, very neat-looking thumbnails, but at the same time, I've always wanted to work on my skills in Photoshop and get a little bit better at it, and this provides me with a really good opportunity, and actually, all of the feedback that I've had about the new thumbnails have been really, really positive. It seems like you guys think they're hilarious, or at least at the bare minimum, a bit more eye-catching than whatever it was that I was doing previously. It's a weird thing for me because, you know, I never wanted to make big, jumpy-outy thumbnails or whatever. But at a certain point, you're kind of forced to admit that the tenor of YouTube has changed, and you can get down with the changes, or you can sit there fighting it, kicking and struggling and complaining. And honestly, I've always wanted to get better at Photoshop anyways, so it sounds like a pretty good plan to me. This is just a short video. It's not going to count as one of our 2 for the day, so don't worry about that. I did just want to keep you posted, however, so that you knew what was going on in the channel, so that if you're like a Patreon backer or something like that and you don't like the new direction, I've given you fair warning now so that you can pull that, you know, you can pull that patron support back and not get yourself charged for something that you're not necessarily in support of. In addition, I just wanted to be very, very transparent about everything because I believe that communication and transparency is always key when doing anything. I'm a communicator. It's what I do. I like talking, I like interacting with people, I like learning about people and kind of getting opinions and talking about stuff, and, you know, that influences the way that I try to do business here on YouTube. So anyways, thank you for listening to me. I'm happy that I could keep you appraised of all this stuff. I'm really looking forward to a successful year here in 2017. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling refreshed, I'm feeling energetic. PAX was a magical experience for me. I went out there just burned out as all hell and frustrated and not sure what I wanted to do with YouTube. And I came back just refreshed, like fresh-faced, ready to go, with new advice from a bunch of friends that I had made, you know, sitting over drinks in a bar in Boston. And it was really almost like a life-changing thing for me. In all honesty, I would almost put it on that level where I came back home and it just felt like I was a new man. And so anyways, I just wanted to get you guys all nice and seated in with the new information, let you know that things are going to be changing up slightly, but I will still be here. I will still be around as far as streaming goes. I will still be streaming as soon as I get my hands on that beautiful PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. We'll probably be streaming that a lot the next couple days. So, thanks for stopping on in. I hope this has been enlightening to all of you, and I will see you all later. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for your support over the last couple years. It means a lot to me. Bye, everybody.